Welcome to art, everyone. Today we are going to continue with our lesson on Ted Harrison. Ted Harrison is our Canadian artist who focuses on creating artwork in the Yukon, which is in Canada. And you have a link below that gives you all kinds of cool information about him. The cool thing about him is that when you think of landscapes, normally you think of landscapes that look like this. But as we discovered when we looked at Ted Harrison's landscapes, his landscapes look more like this. Now, what exactly is a landscape? A landscape is a drawing, painting, or really any kind of art that focuses on nature. Now, nature is one of those words that we throw around all the time, and I'm not sure everyone has a very clear definition on exactly what is nature. What does nature actually mean to you? Let's think about it for a second. If you really think about it, there are a couple different definitions for nature. It can be the physical world that's all around you. It could be living things that are in their natural state. But really, in my mind, how I think about nature is all those things that aren't made by people. So, when we get started today, we are going to start like we always do. You're gonna grab a pencil, and in the upper right-hand corner, you are gonna write your name. Flip your paper over, and the first thing that you are gonna start with today is something called a horizon line. A horizon line is that magical line where the sky meets the earth. It's a pretty special place. Now I'm going to draw with a Sharpie so that you guys can see my lines a little bit better. And I even sketched some of my lines in. When you start, I highly recommend that you start by using a pencil and sketching super light so that if you make any mistakes, you can erase them quite easily. All right, so I'm gonna start with that real fancy line that I talked about before. This is your horizon line. It's gonna go all the way across your paper from one side to the other side. Your paper should be oriented or should be situated, placed, whatever fancy word you wanna use, side to side or in landscape mode. So after you have your horizon line, you're ready to start those really fun curvy lines that we see in a Ted Harrison work of art. Now, we could draw the entire landscape, but we're not gonna do that today. We are just gonna focus on what is below the horizon line. That means all of the earth stuff. So we are going to draw some nice, beautiful rolling hills and maybe even an iceberg or two. All right. Let's get some nice, beautiful hills in here. Now, don't draw too many, because if you draw too many lines, you're gonna get a little confused later, and it's not worth all that. So don't draw too many lines. Now that I have my earth drawn in here, I'm gonna draw some water. All right, now that you have your lines drawn in pencil, I would love for you to go over to the art store, pick up a messy mat and a Sharpie, and I would like you to go over your pencil lines with a Sharpie.